All right, so today we're going to be solving inequalities, and this is exactly like what we've been doing with equations, only this time we have an inequality. So there are just a couple of little things we need to know. We watched our video, and I have these written in there, but if you'll just watch up here, let's just do these together really quickly. So there are 4 examples here. Let's just go through them very quickly. So our first step, just like with the equations, is to line up our equal sign. And on this one, what are we going to do first? Subtract 5 from each side. X, cross that out, is greater than 7. Okay, that's it. That's all there is to it. Okay, next one, line up our inequality. And we have x minus 5, so we're going to add 5 to each side. So we have x, that, and then 12 minus 5 is, 12 plus 5 is 17. Okay, but if we're going to graph it, remember we said we need to flip it. So in order to flip it, we'll put the x over here, the 17 over there, and then we have to change the order of that sign. So it's going to be greater than or equal to 17. That means the same thing, right? 17 is less than or equal to x is the same as x is greater than or equal to 17. So we're not changing the meaning of it. We're just flip-flopping the order. All right, the next one, we have 5x is less than 40. What are we going to do to this one? Divide by 5. Yep, x is less than 8. Very good. And then our last one, what are we going to do on this one? Yep. X is greater than or equal to 60. Very good. Okay? So those are the steps. It's exactly like what we've been doing. Now, in your notes, you have one that looks like this, only it's got some different problems on it. Let's see if I can get it together. There we go. So if you'll work these real quickly. Nope. If you'll work these real quickly in your notebooks, and we'll talk about them in just a minute. Okay. So hopefully you got these same answers. And remember, like on number 3, we did flip it around so that we can make sure we had our x on the left. That helps us graph it a little bit easier. Okay, so let's move on to one more thing. And this is the only other thing I want to talk about today. So if you'll close your doodle notes, and then on the back of page 20, I want you, don't close your notebook, just your doodle notes. So on the back of page 20, I want you to write this problem. X is greater than 14. Just write that problem. What I'm going to show you is something called a quick graph, because remember, these have multiple answers. So in order to do them, I want you to know how to do something called a quick graph, which is just a very quick graph. I guess there's not another way to say that. A very quick graph that goes along with it. So start by drawing a number line down below. Goes forever in both directions. And in the middle of it, just put the number 0. So it gives us some perspective where we are on the number line. Okay, so to do a quick graph, you're going to only use 0 and this number and its opposite. So we're going to go over here, and it doesn't matter how far. Don't try to space it out because that's not our purpose. And we're just going to put the number 14 because that's the number we're graphing. And for perspective, we're going to put its opposite, which is negative 14. That just helps us to get a balance on our number line. And then all we do is pretend like this is a regular number line like yesterday. So we're going to have an open circle or a closed circle. Open, because there's no equal sign, on 14. And then is it going to be shaded to the right or to the left? It's shaded to the right. Our arrow points to the right. We shade to the right. Okay, so you see the idea. Now if you'll do this one without my help. So write this problem. X is less than or equal to 150. Draw your quick graph, and let's see how you do. Okay, look at yours. See if it looks like mine. Closed circle, shaded to the left on 150.